All right. So let's dive into something I think we can all relate to.
Okay.
Picture this. You're a citizen and you're trying to get something done with a government service.
Right.
Maybe you're trying to book a GP appointment,
Yeah.
apply for pension credit,
Mm-hmm.
or even renew your driving license.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing that almost always guarantees frustration?
Oh, the wait. The
Yes.
wait. The seemingly endless wait times, the backlogs, the feeling of being stuck in a system that just isn't designed for speed or efficiency. It's a pain point we hear about constantly, and it's something that, frankly, we all experience as citizens ourselves.
Exactly. And it's not just frustrating for the people we serve.
Mm.
It's also incredibly draining for us, the public servants on the front lines.
Yeah.
We're constantly battling backlogs, trying to do more with less, and facing the brunt of citizens' frustration.
Right.
So,
So where this deep dive gets interesting is we're going to explore how artificial intelligence, or AI as it's more commonly known,
okay.
is already being used to tackle these very real challenges.
Sure.
We've got research papers, case studies, examples from across the globe,
Yeah.
all pointing to the same conclusion. AI has the potential to revolutionize how we deliver public services,
Interesting.
making them faster, more efficient, and ultimately more citizen-centric.
Okay. I'm intrigued, but before we get into the solutions, I think it's important to paint a picture of just how challenging the current landscape is.
Right.
Give us a sense of the scale of these backlogs and wait times.
Well, let's start with something that's probably all too familiar to everyone listening: GP appointment wait times.
Okay.
A recent study found that patients in some areas are waiting an average of 3 weeks or more for a routine appointment.
Wow.
And then there's the 8 a.m. rush phenomenon,
Oh, yeah.
where people frantically call their GP surgery the moment the phone lines open, hoping to snag an appointment.
I've been there.
It's stressful for patients and overwhelming for GP staff.
Oh, tell me about it. I think we've all been there, desperately hitting redials as the whole music plays on repeat. But it's not just GP surgeries, is it?
Not at all. The Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, is another prime example. They've seen a massive surge in pension credit applications recently, which is fantastic news, but it's also put a huge strain on their resources.
Right. And let's not forget about HMRC. They handle millions of calls each year, many of which could potentially be resolved more efficiently with the help of technology.
Yeah.
If we can automate those simple, repetitive inquiries, it frees up our human resources to focus on the complex cases that require a more personal touch.
Exactly, and that's precisely where AI comes in.
Okay.
Think of it as a powerful tool that can help us work smarter, not harder.
I like that.
It can handle those routine tasks like answering frequently asked questions, triaging cases, and even processing documents, freeing up our time and energy to focus on what we do best, providing support and guidance to the people who need it most.
Okay, I'm starting to see the potential here, but can you give us a concrete example of how AI is already being used to make a difference in the real world? I need some proof that this isn't just a futuristic fantasy.
Let's look at the Groves Medical Center in Surrey in southwest London.
Yeah.
They implemented an AI-powered triaging system
Oh, yeah.
that uses a combination of factors, including symptoms, patient history, and even local NHS resources to help patients determine the most appropriate level of care. The results were pretty remarkable.
Okay, I'm all ears. What kind of improvements did they see?
Well, patient wait times for pre-bookable appointments decreased by an incredible 73%.
Wow.
And the 8 a.m. rush saw a 47% drop in call volume. It's a win-win situation. Patients get seen quicker, and GP staff are less overwhelmed.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But how does the system actually work? Is it like a chatbot that asks you a series of questions?
It can be accessed through a website or app,
Okay.
and it guides patients through a series of intelligent questions about their symptoms and concerns.
Okay.
Based on their responses, the AI system recommends the most appropriate course of action.
Right?
Sometimes it's a simple self-care advice.
Mm-hmm.
Other times it suggests booking an appointment with a GP or nurse, and in urgent cases it directs them to emergency services.
So it's like having a virtual triage nurse available 24/7,
Right.
helping patients navigate the system and ensuring they get the right care at the right time.
Precisely. And the beauty of it is that it learns and improves over time.
Oh, wow.
As it interacts with more patients, it gathers data and refines its recommendations,
Uh-huh.
becoming more accurate and efficient.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I can definitely see how this kind of technology can make a huge difference, not just in GP surgeries, but in all sorts of public service settings.
Absolutely. And we're going to explore those other applications in more detail as we continue our deep dive.
So we've seen how AI can help with GP appointments,
Mm,
but what about other areas where we're facing similar challenges?
right.
I'm thinking specifically about the DWP and the surge in pension credit applications.
Yeah, that's a great example. Imagine an AI system that can analyze documents, verify information, and even flag potential issues or inconsistencies, all in a fraction of the time it would take a human caseworker.
So instead of manually sifting through mountains of paperwork, caseworkers could focus on providing personalized guidance and support to applicants.
Exactly. The AI acts as a sort of super efficient assistant handling the repetitive tasks and allowing caseworkers to focus on what really matters, helping people access the support they're entitled to.
And that's not art. I remember reading about how AI is being used by HMRC to handle those avoidable calls, the ones that could easily be resolved with a quick online search or a chatbot interaction.
Absolutely. Think about those frequently asked questions that clog up the phone lines, like what's my national insurance number? How do I claim a tax refund? What are the deadlines for filing my self-assessment?
Yeah.
An AI-powered chatbot could handle those inquiries 24/7, providing instant answers and freeing up human agents to deal with more complex cases.
It's like having a virtual army of customer service representatives always available to answer those basic questions.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just about efficiency, it's also about improving the user experience. Let's face it, nobody enjoys being stuck on hold for hours on end listening to that repetitive hold music.
Yeah.
With AI, we can provide a more seamless and responsive service, giving citizens the information they need quickly and easily.
Okay, I'm convinced AI has the potential to be a game changer for public services.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also aware that government isn't exactly known for its agility when it comes to adopting new technology.
Wait.
What are some of the barriers we need to overcome to make this vision a reality?
That's a valid point. One of the key challenges is the need for centralized expertise and guidance. We need a sort of AI hub
Okay.
that can provide departments with best practices, resources, and support to navigate this new landscape.
So a one-stop shop for all things AI in government?
Exactly. A place where departments can learn from each other, share their experiences, and access the technical expertise they need to implement AI solutions effectively.
And what about funding? I know budgets are tight across the board.
Yeah.
Do we need massive investments to get started with AI?
Not necessarily. There are many open source AI tools available, as well as cloud-based solutions that offer flexible and affordable pricing models. And remember, the long-term cost savings from increased efficiency can more than offset the initial investment.
So it's about being smart and strategic with our resources, finding the right tools for the job, and focusing on those areas where AI can deliver the biggest impact.
Precisely. And let's not forget about the importance of building capacity within our own workforce. We need to equip public servants with the skills and knowledge they need to understand and utilize AI effectively.
So investing in training and development to ensure our people are ready to embrace the AI revolution.
Exactly. It's about empowering our workforce, not replacing them.
Right.
AI should be seen as a collaborative tool, a way to augment our capabilities and free us up to focus on those tasks that require human empathy, creativity, and problem-solving skills.
It makes sense. After all, we're in the business of serving people, and that human connection will always be at the heart of what we do. But speaking of learning from others, I'm curious about what other countries are doing with AI in the public sector. Are there any examples out there that we can learn from?
Absolutely. Other countries are already making great strides in this area, and there's a lot we can learn from their experiences. For instance, Singapore has implemented a national AI strategy that focuses on collaboration between government industry and research institutions. They've seen impressive results in areas like healthcare transportation and urban planning.
Collaboration seems to be a key theme here, breaking down those silos and working together to harness the full potential of AI.
Exactly. And it's not just about sharing knowledge and resources, it's also about adopting a more agile and iterative approach to development.
So instead of trying to build the perfect AI solution from scratch, we can learn from what others are doing, adapt those solutions to our own context, and continuously improve them based on real-world feedback.
That's the idea. And it's an approach that's being embraced by many countries, including Estonia.
Okay.
They've created something called the AI Support Toolbox, which provides civil servants with training resources and customized support to implement AI solutions in their departments.
So they're not just throwing AI at the problem,
Right.
they're actually equipping their workforce to use it effectively. That's a smart move.
Absolutely. And they're also encouraging experimentation and innovation, recognizing that the best way to learn is by doing the AI. They've even created a regulatory sandbox where companies can test out new AI solutions in a safe and controlled environment.
Okay, that's really interesting. It sounds like they're striking a balance between encouraging innovation and ensuring responsible development.
Exactly. And that's a key consideration as we move forward with AI in the UK. We need to be mindful of the potential risks and challenges while also embracing the opportunities that this technology presents.
It feels like we're at a pivotal moment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
AI is no longer some futuristic concept. It's here, it's real, and it has the potential to truly transform the way we work and deliver services.
Yeah, I completely agree. And it's exciting to see the momentum building both in the UK and globally. More and more public sector organizations are recognizing the potential of AI to address those long-standing challenges we've been discussing.
But as with any new technology, there are bound to be questions and concerns.
Mm.
What are some of the things we need to be mindful of as we navigate this AI frontier? What advice would you give to public servants who are just starting to explore the possibilities?
That's a great question. I think the most important thing is to approach AI with a clear understanding of its capabilities and limitations. It's not a magic bullet that will solve all our problems overnight. It's a tool, and like any tool, it needs to be used thoughtfully and strategically.
So no more robots are going to take over the world headlines.
Hopefully not. It's crucial to remember that AI is here to augment our capabilities, not replace us entirely. It's about working smarter, not harder, and freeing ourselves up to focus on those tasks that require uniquely human skills, things like empathy, critical thinking, and complex problem solving.
Right, because ultimately we're in the business of serving people, and that human connection will always be essential. But how do we ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly, especially when it comes to sensitive areas like healthcare and social services?
That's a crucial question. We need to be very mindful of potential biases in data, ensuring that the algorithms we use are fair and equitable. Transparency is also key. Citizens have a right to know how their data is being used and how AI is influencing decisions that affect their lives.
So open communication and clear guidelines are essential to building trust and ensuring that AI is used for good.
Absolutely. And it's not just about setting rules, it's about fostering a culture of responsible AI development and deployment. That means engaging in ongoing dialogue with stakeholders, seeking diverse perspectives, and being open to feedback and course correction along the way.
It sounds like this is an ongoing journey, not a
Right.
destination.
Yeah.
We're going to need to be adaptable, willing to learn, and constantly refining our approach as AI technology evolves.
Exactly. This is a rapidly evolving field, and we need to be prepared to embrace change and continuous improvement. But if we do it right, if we approach AI with a clear vision and a commitment to ethical principles, I truly believe it has the power to revolutionize the way we deliver public services and make a lasting positive impact on the lives of the citizens we serve.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note to end on. It's been an incredibly insightful conversation, and I'm feeling inspired by the possibilities that AI presents for the future of public service.
I'm glad to hear that. Remember, this is just the beginning of the conversation. The more we explore, learn, and collaborate, the better equipped we'll be to harness the power of AI for good.
So to our fellow public servants listening out there, we encourage you to dive in, ask questions, and start exploring how AI can help you deliver better, faster, and more citizen-centric services. The future is in our hands, and it's an exciting time to be a part of this transformative journey. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.